Breaking news coming in. Two Chennai cops have been arrested in connection with the custodial death case. Remember, 25-year-old man recently died under suspicious circumstances. The case was modified to a murder case after the post-mortem showed multiple injuries on his body. The man had been arrested for allegedly carrying drugs. And two Chennai cops have been arrested in connection with the custodial death case. Remember, a 25-year-old man recently died under suspicious circumstances. And the case was modified to a murder case after post-mortem showed multiple injuries on his body. The man had been arrested for allegedly carrying drugs. All right, my colleague Shilpa is joining us on the phone line for more on this. Shilpa, big development, big breaking news that's coming in that two Chennai cops have in fact been arrested over the custodial death case.
Well, that's what the local media reports are suggesting, that two cops have been suspended, have been arrested, I beg your pardon. But when we spoke to the officials in CB-CID, they say that the arrest has not happened yet, but all the cops at the G5 Secretariat Colony Police Station was summoned yesterday for interrogation, and they've been detained, and an arrest is most likely to happen, is what the officials are telling us. But nevertheless, certain local media channels have reported that two cops, Ponraj and Manaf, he's a police writer, these two individuals have been arrested in connection with the custodial death of Vignesh, is what the local media is reporting. But the officials say that yes, they've been detained. The interrogation has been going on since 11 a.m. yesterday, and the arrest is most likely to happen very shortly, is what we're being told at this point in time. But nevertheless, yesterday while speaking in the Assembly, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin had said that he's directed the CB-CID to alter the case and register a case of murder against these cops, because earlier this case was registered as suspicious death, and later, on the basis of the post-mortem report, which clearly showed that Vignesh had suffered around 13 injuries on his body, the government decided that the case would be altered, and a murder case, of course, will be registered against these cops. So the arrest is most likely to happen very shortly, is what we're being told by the officials. But nevertheless, there's a lot of pressure on the DMK government to act on these erring cops, because evidence after evidence was coming to light which suggested that Vignesh was indeed a victim of police brutality, and the post-mortem report, of course, was the clincher because it has clearly listed out the 13 injuries that Vignesh had suffered. He had multiple abrasions, multiple contusions all over his body, and he also had a right fractured leg. So all of this, of course, suggested that he was brutally beaten up by the police officials, and that is why the government has now decided to take action against the cops at the G5 Secretariat Colony Police Station in Chennai.
Right, Shilpa, thank you for all those updates.